Bluesound's new flagship Node ICON streamer is here. Reasons why we're excited include balanced XLR outputs, dual mono DACs, and a 5-inch full-color display. It also has other premium features, including powerful control with the Bluesound app that lets you add music services and sources, adjust audio settings, and incorporate the icon into a BluOS wireless multi-room streaming music system. First off, let's talk about sound quality. I've tried several of Bluesound streamers, including the Node 2i, the Node, the Power Node Edge, and the Node X. I also have an NAD C700 with BluOS built in. They all sound great, but the improved DAC and output circuitry in the icon gives it a lower noise floor and ultra clear present sound. A built-in high-quality headphone amplifier with not just one, but two full-sized 1/4-inch headphone jacks. This headphone amp stands head and shoulders above the one in my older Node and can really bring out the best in your favorite headphones. Even if you don't plan to take advantage of BluOS's multi-room capabilities, the icon is a fantastic choice for great-sounding high-res streaming. So what can you stream? Spotify and Tidal users can use those apps' Connect capabilities, which give you the same fast, stable control as you get when you use the BluOS app. For the rest of us, do yourself a favor and get used to the app, which in its current 4.0 form looks and behaves a lot like music service apps that you're already familiar with. It's got 5 icons across the bottom: Home, Favorites, Music, Players, and Search. If you spend 5 or 10 minutes familiarizing yourself with the different options you can access from each of those 5 icons, you'll have a better experience. You can add most any streaming services you want in the app. Let's talk a little bit about how that works. A lot of Apple users, myself included, are apt to jump on the icons and all BluOS players' AirPlay 2 support. And that's fine, especially if you feel like it makes listening to music easier. We all want great sound, but we want it to be a simple, non-frustrating experience. I'm a Qobuz user, and at first it seemed to me that the easiest way to stream would be to simply choose the icon or whatever BluOS players I have on my home network from my list of AirPlay devices. I never have to leave the Qobuz app. But after lots of experimenting, I'm telling you it's worth it to spend a little time on the front end, entering your music service credentials in the BluOS app and using it to control your music. My reasons are 3. Better sound quality, including true high res, faster playback response, and a more stable connection. You'll also be able to control any other sources you have connected to the icon. That could include music on a storage drive connected to one of the 2 USB Type-A inputs, a computer, smartphone, tablet, or other device connected to the USB-C port, a TV connected to the HDMI eARC port, digital sources like a CD player connected to the optical input, and network-attached storage drives, which the icon will recognize either wirelessly or via Ethernet if you connect to your home network that way. We always recommend an Ethernet connection to your home network if you can swing it, because it's generally faster and more stable than Wi-Fi. That said, Wi-Fi is amazing, and that's how I'm connecting it for testing. We've got the icon and our all-analog Yamaha AS2200 integrated amp plugged into AC power. The amp is driving Focal Aria Evo X floor-standing speakers. To get started, you'll need to download the app. Then, just like any other BluOS device, you'll add the icon to your home network and enter credentials for your streaming services. Then you're off and running. You can control playback, audio settings, and more. So if you're looking at the icon, what other options should you be thinking about? If you're already a BluOS user looking to add a truly audiophile-grade streamer to your system, the icon is absolutely what I'd recommend. But what about if you're not interested in wireless multi-room streaming, but just want a high-quality streamer that can play high-res audio and has balanced XLR outputs? Cambridge Audio's CXN100 should be on your radar. It also has balanced output and full-color screen, but it's also got more traditional hi-fi design with tactile front panel control and a heavier build. Both have Bluetooth and Apple AirPlay. The CXN100 also works with Google Cast. They both use ESS SABRE DACs with an ES9029Q2M DAC in the CXN100, while the icon uses a pair of ES9039Q2Ms in dual mono configuration. The icon also has a USB Type-A output, so you can connect it to an outboard DAC. If that's the main way you'd use the icon, you might consider the less expensive Node or Node Nano, which also have USB Type-A outputs. If all this connectivity is more what you're looking for and you don't really care about having balanced XLR output, you could save a lot of money and pick up a Wiim Ultra. It's a super popular streamer with HDMI ARC as well as analog inputs, including a phono input. It's also got digital inputs and outputs, including a USB Type A that can act as an input for a storage drive or output to a high-quality DAC. And like both the Icon and the CXN100, the Ultra has a full-color screen. And it's a touchscreen, unlike the other two. Not a fully featured app-based touchscreen like the ones you'll find on Hi-Fi Rose streamers, but you can switch inputs and outputs, make some EQ adjustments, see track metadata, and do a few more things that let you, and more importantly, other household members who would rather not use the app, control it. It's also got built-in room correction that lets you use your phone's mic to do the calibration, which is pretty cool. Speaking of room correction, the Icon is what they call Dirac-ready. That means it works with Dirac, what many consider to be the industry standard room correction software. But you'll need to buy a microphone and a license from Dirac to use it, which will cost you north of $300. So hopefully I've given you an idea of what's great about the Icon. I think if you're a Bluesound person already and you have other players around your house, that it's got the features and sound quality to be at the center of your home entertainment system, especially if your amplifier has balanced inputs. And if you got balanced inputs on your amplifier and are new to streaming and want to consider what's best at this price point, you should at least be considering the Cambridge CXN100 alongside the Icon. In my opinion, you can't go wrong with either as far as sound quality and user-friendliness goes, so it comes down to features and taste. I wish all decisions were this win-win. If you've got any questions about the Bluesound NODE Icon or any of the other gear we've talked about in this video, get in touch with us here at Crutchfield.